Now, the next and third topic, the third part of a successful and highly optimized conversion pillar would be a new model that is basically abbreviated with these 6 letters, AAARRR. So it's basically the R model, and it's actually named pirate model by some marketers because of the way these 6 letters sound, like a pirate conquering his next boat or something. So what you can see here is a fairly big model that combines 3 smaller models. The first model here is our bottleneck framework. The second would be the AIDA model, which is at the very beginning of the pirate model. And the pirate model is like a more holistic growth marketing acquisition thing. But you will already see how the pirate model with all its sub aspects is basically compared and how it falls into the bottleneck framework that we've developed. So the pirate model, the 6 letters, the first A stands for awareness, then acquisition, activation, and the R's stand for retention, referral, revenue. And again, the order is extremely important. Just like in the AIDA model, AIDA stands for awareness, interest, desire, action. And you can see that the AIDA model is pretty much at the very beginning of this pirate model. So you have the awareness part. It's very much similar to what I've talked about in the AIDA model. You have to have customers become aware of your product and your brand. And then they have to go through the 4 steps of the AIDA principle, which is they have to become interested, they have to start to desire the change and to actually desire and demand the product, and then they make the decision and they actually buy it. This would be called the acquisition in the pirate model, which is called action in the AIDA model. And so imagine you run Facebook ads or you run Google ads and you have a specific page. In these 2 touch points of ads, potentially some retargeting ads, so multiple ad touch points, and then a landing page where a conversion is about to happen. This is basically where the whole AIDA experience has been gone through. And he successfully bought the first product. You successfully acquired this first customer. And if you have a good funnel, if you have a well-designed overall business and a business model and business funnel strategy, then you're most likely selling some sort of test or some entry-level bundle or some experimentation kit or some testing kit to the customer, or you give out like a free or very low-cost first experience, you give out a free or low-cost first book, or a low-cost first month or 30 days free. So this would all count as acquisition, where the customer actually goes to your business and he actually buys something. Typically between 1 and 100 euros is this sort of product step here. Because if you go higher, your conversion rate will suffer. And if you give out only stuff for free all the time, then you're not making revenue and you don't get customers, you actually get leads and testers. And these leads and testers are very much not as strong in further conversions. So we're selling something. And this first sell would then be, you can calculate all your framework numbers on this first sale. You get your ad KPIs, you get your conversion rate, you get your conversion cost, CPA, and so this is pretty much done. And now the job is to create and to, because we are most likely not really profitable on this first sale, and we don't need to be. If we have a good product and we actually strive for helping the customer, and this is just the start of this healthy long-term customer business relationship. So what is going to happen now is that this customer will go through different stages in our product experience and in the journey that was crafted for him. And over time, he will do more and more repurchase with us, and he will just start using our product on a daily basis. So once we acquire this customer, if it's an e-commerce business, then you might have some days of time where the product gets shipped until it really arrives. What then happens is, in the third step, it's called the activation. And if your activation is successful, then you create the aha moment. The aha moment is this little orange button here that basically says that the customer understands the product, and it understands and deeply grasps the benefits that this product holds for him or her. So it basically, imagine you see an ad where people taste a new drink or a new food or this amazing new vegan meat alternative, or they sleep with like a crazy blanket or a crazy pillow, or they're testing a fancy new fitness gadget. And in your ads, you would see a lot of these emotions that the product creates, or you would see how people drink the lemonade for the first time and they have like an amazing experience, and they are overwhelmed, sometimes even like shocked how great it tastes or how great it feels or how well it smells, how amazing this just feels. This is the aha moment. And if the customer has never experienced this, then he cannot relate to it. And what he or her actually has to do is he has to buy it. So he has to acquire the product, and then test it. And so in this first drink, in this first night, this first test, this first stepping into the product and using it, this is what delivers the aha moment, if the aha moment is executed correctly. And if we can achieve this aha moment in a way where it really positively surprises the customer, then we've done everything that we could do, and we basically had the perfect customer journey up until this point. Because if this aha moment is successful, and if people actually get what the product and the transformation and the benefits is about, then they will most likely follow through with all the other steps that are to come. If your aha moment, on the other hand, is bad or disappointing, then they will most likely already abandon the product right here, and you will know you will never get a really, really high CLTV. So what bad, scammy, shady businesses are basically trying to do is, because they know their product sucks, they're trying to sell you everything on the first order. They're trying to sell you for hundreds and thousands of dollars on the first order, because they know once you experience the product, you will abandon it and you will be disappointed and you will never buy again because you have low brand trust. So this is the non-sustainable, unhealthy way of doing business, is to completely oversell in your marketing and then leave the customer totally disappointed once he tries it. While the good businesses that actually make an impact, actually change something long-term, are the products that deliver a really high-quality aha moment that motivates to follow through with retention, referral, and revenue. An example for a really good aha moment would be, first of all, you can use, imagine you have like this 3 days of shipping delay for an e-commerce product. In this time, you could, for example, prime the customer already for what he's about to experience. You could have like a tutorial explanation on the thank you page, and inside the product, once it arrives, or once he opens the first, if it's a digital product, once he opens the first welcome email, all this stuff can basically help drive this first activation. The activation means that the customer actually tries the product, actually using it, logging into the platform, mixing the first shake, doing the first exercise. This is the activation where hopefully the aha moment is achieved. Welcome cards, brochures inside the physical product would be very much very, very good. Also, if you know that he or she successfully experienced the aha moment, you can already go to the next step and kind of ask for retention. Because especially if they only bought a first test kit or a first flavor, try out whatever bundle or an entry-level product, he has not signed up for your bigger product, for the long-term retention product. So this is, for example, where you could offer him right here to get 30% discount when he starts the subscription right now, because the next step is the retention. You want to actually have him retained. Retention would then be, and all these things, now activation, retention, referral, and revenue, they all here to maximize the CLTV of the business. And if the aha moment is bad, he will never buy again. If you promise something that you cannot deliver, he will never buy again. And he won't sign up for this next 30 days, 30% discount things. Like he won't go further with your business. And so these 4 steps are all important to get this really, really high CLTV up. So retention means subscription, joining the Facebook community, discovering the best practices, how to use the product, actually think about how and when do I want to use it, how can I get the maximum out of this business now, this product, with ongoing updates, bundles, constant discounts via phone, chat, or email. And this is so great that this is basically all pretty much free marketing. Even retargeting with social media ads would be very, very cheap. You can invite them to follow your YouTube channel, your Facebook, your Instagram, to constantly get these updates. And you make that so you permanently stay top of mind with your existing customers, so they start forming really, really deep habits with your product, of using it every day, of buying the new exciting stuff. Once you have a new version, once you have new features, they try all that out. And there is where the individual full customer lifetime value is basically created through having him use the product in the intended way, which will also then drive the revenue later. But and these 2 things are kind of used interchangeably. Some use the pirate model, awareness, acquisition, activation, retention, referral, revenue, like I did here, and some others use it in the mix. They mix it up and they say awareness, acquisition, activation, retention, revenue, referral. Because for some businesses, the referral component is more important than the individual revenue, because referral drives new growth, new users, while others want to make sure that they get the maximum revenue from one customer first before they ask him to invite his friends, for example. So referral is about viral growth, about loyalty programs, about friends, inviting friends and family, about existing customers, getting other new customers in the door, getting the positive word of mouth, the NPS, the Net Promoter Score, like all that organic growth stuff, which happens in parallel to your ads. Because with your ads, you can only do a limited impact. If you have tons of people talking very positively about this amazing experience and sharing the aha moment with others, and like renting out the product for a couple of days so others can try it, and then they buy their own stuff, this is amazing referral stuff. And this would also, from the perspective of this 6 bottleneck framework, this would drive your CLTV. Because it's like you acquired one customer from your ads, and this customer bought the first product. You basically went break even on that, or had a slight profit. Then he got the first upsell, and you made a good profit on it. He's constantly using all your stuff. You're making more profits, and he's inviting his friends. So you only bought one customer with ads, with ad budget, but he's bringing in 2 more friends, which didn't cost you anything, but they will have a similar CLTV as well, right? So this is like the most powerful lever for viral growth. And then once you have that really high customer satisfaction that people actually bring in their friends and family members because it's such an amazing product, then you have the chance to really like get a lot of money from your existing customers through repurchases, through the commitment buyers that they basically signed up with your specific product and your specific brand, and they wouldn't want to change to another brand that offers a similar thing if they're already happy and fulfilled with the way your product solved their solution, because they don't want to like relearn how the other brand works. It's like once you know how Apple works and how Mac OS and iOS works, you don't want to go back to like Windows and have to figure out how this stuff works on there. There are 3 big modes of CLTV, which means it's like a main game mode for your business. And depending on what kind of business you are, you will have auto-selected one main game mode, but you can also use the others in parallel and mix them up and really combine them to create the highest CLTV and the highest customer satisfaction possible. Transformation, subscription, equipment. I can talk about all this stuff in more depth in other courses like the Sales Funnel Strategy course. Overall, it's about selling more products to the customer, getting him become a brand ambassador that just falls in love with your brand and buys everything that you have to offer because he knows how beneficial the purchase is for his life. And so you see that the pirate model, pretty much the main role of understanding this pirate model very deeply and having like a really, really highly beneficial, impactful business and impactful, positive transformation products is so that we can get this high CLTV, which will help us scale our ads more profitably, scale to higher budgets like 5,000, 10,000 euros per day in daily budget, which is still 5x, 10x profitable because we have such a high customer satisfaction and we make people really happy with our product. They share it, they use it, they make repurchases, and they just develop a really, really high CLTV so we can be profitable on our marketing. I hope this wasn't too complicated. The next models and just understanding and going deeper into all these conversion pillars and topics is just very, very important for anyone who wants to build a successful, impactful business.